Home in the Pembina Valley. When I think about home, my mind always goes back to the Pembina Valley, specifically Manitou. It's not the kind of place that makes headlines or shows up in travel magazines, but it's the place that raised me. It's where my roots are, where my memories live, and where the people I love have shaped every part of who I am. Manitou may look small from the outside, but to me it's everything. The reason it feels like home isn't the buildings or the scenery, it's because my family and friends are there. Growing up in Manitou was the kind of childhood that didn't need anything fancy to feel complete. The town had a steady, comforting rhythm. You could walk down the street and know almost everyone you passed. You could leave your house without locking the door because there was this unspoken sense that people looked out for each other. Small towns move slower, but that slowness becomes a kind of warmth. You notice more, you appreciate more, and you grow up surrounded by people who genuinely care. Family was always at the heart of that. My family wasn't just a group of people who happened to share a last name. We were woven into each other's everyday lives. We didn't need big events or holidays to get together. Someone would say, "Come over for supper," or "We're just hanging out if you want to drop by." And suddenly the evening turned into hours of laughter, stories, and familiar comfort. Some of my clearest memories are the little things. Sitting around the table while someone told a story we'd all heard 100 times, but we still laughed. Driving around with my family, pointing out places that meant something to us. Hearing the same jokes, the same teasing, the same warmth that only comes from people who have known you your whole life. Those moments didn't feel special at the time, they just felt normal. But looking back, they're the memories that anchor me the strongest. Every part of Manitou is tied to family for me. The rink, where we spent so many evenings bundled up cheering for someone we knew. The school, where generations of us walked the same halls. The houses where cousins lived, close enough that visiting didn't require planning. The places where birthdays were celebrated, where holidays took place, where news, good or bad, was shared. Family wasn't something separate from the rest of the town. It was blended into every corner of it. There were always people checking in on each other. If someone wasn't feeling well, someone else brought them food. If a family had a tough week, another family stepped in to help. If someone achieved something, the whole community felt proud. It wasn't a written rule, but it was a quiet understanding in the Pembina Valley. You don't go through life alone. My relationships with my siblings, cousins, and extended family all grew stronger because we were raised in the same environment. We had our disagreements, our different personalities, but there was always this unshakable sense that we were on the same team. We had shared history, inside jokes older than we could remember, traditions we didn't even realize were traditions, and that ability to talk without needing to explain everything. Family in Manitou meant connection. And then there were the gatherings, big or small, planned or last minute. Birthdays where everyone squeezed into one living room. Barbecues where half the relatives showed up unexpectedly. Christmases where someone always forgot a gift but nobody cared. Evenings spent sitting outside, wrapped in blankets, listening to the stories that felt like they belonged to the valley itself. Those moments stitched together a sense of belonging I've never found anywhere else. My friends were just as much part of that foundation. Growing up in a small community means your friendships become deeply personal. You don't just become friends, you grow up side by side. They know your family, your history, the things that shaped you. You go to school together, walk the same streets, hang out at the same places. That kind of connection isn't something you can recreate in larger places. It forms naturally because your lives overlap so closely. We spent so many nights walking around Manitou simply because there wasn't anywhere else to go, and those walks ended up being some of the best memories. Sitting at the park, driving around just to kill time, meeting outside someone's house and talking until the porch light flicked off. Even the simplest moments became meaningful because of the people I shared them with. My friends were, and still are, another reason the Pembina Valley feels like home. Whenever I leave, even for a short time, I'm reminded of what makes the valley special. Cities move fast. People don't notice each other. Everything feels louder, busier, and more disconnected. It makes you realize how rare it is to grow up in a town where people genuinely care about your life, where someone asks you how you're doing and actually means it, where you can walk into a store and the cashier knows your parents, your grandparents, and probably your childhood dogs too. But coming back to Manitou feels like taking a deep breath. The valley opens up, the familiar landmarks come into view, and suddenly, everything feels steady again. There's a comfort in knowing you're returning to a place where people know your story without you having to explain it. A place where your family is only a short drive or walk away. A place where friendships feel like home, not just memories. The Pembina Valley is home because of the people, my family, my friends, the community that raised me. They shaped who I am and grounded me in ways I can't fully explain. Manitou isn't just a town I grew up in. It's the place that gave me stability, connection, and a sense of belonging that will stay with me no matter where life takes me. Home isn't defined by the size of the